Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic, Lynette here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 4 in the 2024 base page collab. Again, if you've been following along, this collab is hosted by Jessica over at Paper Terrace, and there are 14 other creators in this collab. Their links will be in the description box down below. Today is day number 4 and it is all about envelopes. We are supposed to do super easy, anyone can recreate them ideas to use on our junk journal pages. So I thought today I would share one of my favorite things to do with envelopes. I do it on repeat. I absolutely love it. These are some business size envelopes that I have in my stash. They are really nice parchment type paper envelopes. It's something that I've ordered online, but you could do this with any type of basic envelope. So what I have done already is coffee dyed, or tea stained I should say, some of these envelopes. And you can tell I played around with this one a little bit. But something that typically happens, as most of you probably already know, when you tea stain an envelope, the glue comes apart and it separates your envelope, which is also one of my favorite things to play around with. So today I'm going to use this envelope to create a little pocket with multiple tuck spots, and that is something that I love doing when I'm creating journals. I love playing around with it that way. So if you're just watching this video and jumping into this collab and you've missed my previous videos, I created this journal on my channel. It's a basic envelope wallpaper journal. I'll link that video in the description box down below if you're interested in checking it out. And I just basically put my papers in here already. I'm creating a nautical themed journal. Okay, so I have my envelope, and I love that when I tea stain, it opens it all up and I don't have to worry about trying to rip the glue and open that up already. So the first thing I did, playing along with this envelope, is fold it in half. And then you can see here that it's going to fit on my book page. If you're using a smaller envelope for a smaller journal, or you could fold it a little differently, but if you're working in like a traveler's notebook size journal, you might want to use a personal size envelope instead of a business envelope for this. So I'm going to start by inking up all of the edges of my envelope. I like the fact that I'm going to make a multi-pocket out of this, but I also like that it looks like an envelope because it is a junk journal after all, and I like playing around with things like this. So typically what I would do when I'm creating is take this over to the sewing machine, but because I want this to be something anyone can do and follow along with, today I'm going to avoid doing any machine stitching, which means that I'm going to have to get creative for me, because that's such a go-to for me, and find a different way to decorate my envelope. But what I would do typically is take this piece of envelope and stitch all the way around here, not stitching it closed, but just stitching this flap. And I would stitch both of these flaps also, not stitching it closed, just decorating the edge. And then when I put my envelope back together, I have stitched edges here and then stitching all the way around here. Today I'm going to take this scalloped skinny washi that I have, and I think I'm just going to line my envelope with this. I like to use a glue stick on my washi, because one thing I hate is going through all of the work to use the washi and then it doesn't want to stick down to my project, and that drives me nuts. It seems self-defeating, like it's washi, it's a sticker, it should stick itself, but it doesn't always like to do that, especially when you're working on something that's been tea stained already. So bear with me. I'm just going to glue down all of this washi and trim it like I would on the sewing machine. Okay, so here's my little envelope so far. So now I'm just going to glue my envelope to create a pocket here on the center line. So I'm just going to add some glue to the flap side of my envelope. And I want it glued shut on both sides. So I'm adding 2 little skinny lines there. And I'm just going to glue that into a pocket. I'm also going to create a closure for this. So I want it to be even on both sides. And I'm just going to glue it on the back side. And I want that to dry for a minute because I don't want to completely glue this envelope down to my journal. I want to create a pocket in the back. So I need to let that dry so it doesn't adhere to my page. And then I'm going to take the back side of my envelope and just glue it into a pocket so that I can tuck a tag behind it after we have it adhered to the page. I'm also going to take it up this flap since it's not going to be opened. That flap doesn't matter on the back side. And very carefully so I don't glue my ribbon down. If I grab a tag, we can see that I have a pocket here, a pocket here, here. Also, I have a small pocket here and over here. This is something that I love to do with envelopes all the time. I think it's a lot of fun. You can decorate this however you want to. And then in the end, because we created a pocket on the back side, we can close all of this with our little seam binding bow. So it keeps everything intact after we finished it. But for the fun of it, let's decorate this envelope a little bit. I do have my little nautical themed items that I've been playing with. I also have my black and white floral stickers. See if there's anything I can add here. I also have some ephemera. This was Simple Vintage Seas collection. I picked this up last year. I know they don't have it anymore. Love You to the Beach and Back. That one's cute. I'd actually like to use that in my memory keeping photo album I'm determined to put together. High Tides and Good Vibes. I like that one. Actually, again, my photo album. I bought this stuff for like a Project Life album that I haven't exactly been working in a while. I'm just going to start sticking this stuff down. For the sake of the video, you could get out your stamps, your washi, however it is you'd like to decorate your envelope. I mentioned it in the last video where I used these stickers. They're my favorite washi stickers. I love these. I love how they're black and white and they go along with everything. I'll link them in the description box down below for anyone who might be interested. I'm just going to take this blue floral washi, add that along the bottom here. I'm just going to grab some tags from my stash and just stuff this so you can get an idea of what it looks like. I always like to put that one in the back. And I'm just going to cut a couple of these tags down that I just have sitting here. I have a whole little bucket of tags here that I like to keep on my desk. I'll cut a couple of those. And again, this is just super basic. You could get very creative with your tags, of course, and make them super cute to add in these pockets, which is what I enjoy most of the time when I'm making a themed journal. Now I'm going to take some of my smaller tags for these smaller little tuck pockets in the front. These just happen to have a little heart punch out. I also have these little green price tags. They have really long strings on them, so I'm going to shorten those. I'm going to tie my knot closer to the tag and trim these down. All right, now I have all these little tags and I'm just going to stick them in my little tuck spot. So this is just a super fun, basic idea for using an envelope in your journal. I love this. You can decorate it as you choose. You can do whatever you want to all your little tags. And then you can close that up and tie your little closure so they don't all come flying out at you. You could use a paper clip to close it instead, however you want to do it. But the seam binding does make it fun. All right, you guys, and that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget that all the links to the other collaborators in this series will be in the description box down below, as well as Jessica, who hosted this collab. Her link will be down below as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It helps me in my channel here. Also, if you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the Cheaply Chic family. I would love to have you here with me as well. So thanks again, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.